Okay, we're gonna do a little driving video. Got a typhoon coming up, and I'm also gonna show you a little bit about just what it looks like in this area of Macau as we drive into Taipa. And I decided to turn the camera on and just kind of give you the full view of it. So anyways, I'll talk about the typhoon a little bit and Macau, and kind of show you some other streets and what they look like a little bit as well, and including some construction, and go by the casinos and all kinds of stuff, starting out on the Macau side over here. So stay tuned. Hey, checking out Macau 2023. Check out some more streets. Okay, so let's head on down this way. Yeah, we got Saola coming up, so it'll be interesting. I'll probably try to go through, you know, take a little drive around the streets after the typhoon and see what happens. It should be, I heard this might be kind of a big one, so we're planning for that. And I remember some really big ones in 2017 and 2018. We had Hato and Mangkut, and they just, oh man, the destruction afterwards was, especially the 2017 one, Hato. So that was disastrous, and that came right at the same time. It was like I think it was like August 25th, 26th, 27th, somewhere in there. We had like three in 1 week at that time. It was, and there were some big ones. So anyways, we got Saola coming up pretty quick, and this area is a little bit elevated, but just down the hill a little bit, there was a lot of flooding. And so we're gonna probably come back and film this later. Just kind of letting you also know that coming up ahead, I'll have a lot of videos from this area down here. I was just filming there today, so I'll upload this one first, this driving video, and then later we'll put up these other ones where we have like Chinnery Street, just down this Travessa do Brau. I filmed this one too, the Padre Antonio. I was walking those ones. So so those will be coming up within the next week. And I'll probably have some post-typhoon ones if this typhoon is a big one, the one that we are going to be getting today. It's supposed to, right now it's a category, just to give you a little bit of background on Macau, the typhoons here are different than the hurricane rankings. I think I don't know the rankings of those, but this one, it goes 1, 3, and then it jumps up to 8, 9, 10. So right now it's category 3, and there's not much going on, which is kind of typical of a category 3, but it could be a lot windier at times. Sometimes it'll be quite windy and very typhoonish at a 3, and they won't call it an 8 because then they have to cancel everything. All the everything kind of closes down, especially the casinos, which is the money-making revenue. And with the Hato one in particular, they wanted to keep it open to category 3 until it was quite bad, and so the casino workers had to go into work, and then that way the casinos could keep running. It was like a little bit of a financial incentive to keep it going. So then after that, it was 2018. There's a pretty big typhoon came through, and then I think there was one before Mangkut, and then they kind of shut everything down, called it a category 10, and it was like quite light. Anyways, now I think they're expecting this one to be pretty big too. It's already a super typhoon. Hong Kong is already at 9, so it's goes up to, if it's 9 and 10, it's quite serious. You know, unless they call it funny, which they did in 2018 with one of them. But we get like, you know, dozens of typhoons a year, so and at least like a couple of really big nasty ones, at least one a year, maybe 2 sometimes, maybe even 3 sometimes, like of big ones that are like. But anyways, this one looks like it could be a pretty big one. We don't know where it's going to come in yet, but last night I saw that it's going to be up to category 8 in a couple hours from now, about 3 p.m. they said, sometime between 1 and 3. It's about noon right now. And then it's going to be like a category 9 in the evening, and then a category 10 by midnight. And then it looks like it's going to linger for a couple days. So yeah, we'll kind of see what that looks like. So we're expecting all that, and then as I tell you, you get a little bit of a view of the Macau streets, of driving in the streets. Let me see. Let's just let these people go through. So I guess this was a red light, and now it's like a construction. They're doing a lot of construction in this area. This is a Bara, by the way. I haven't driven in here in a while. Let me speed up a little bit. So that's Amma Temples to the left, which I'm not going to capture, and it looks like the construction will push us this way. And this is a Bara station that they're building right here, which is going to be part of the Macau Light Rail Transit Line. to the right, those tall buildings, that's part of Hengqin Island. Sometimes they call that the new Macau. I've heard a lot about it, that it's going to be is going to become Macau, but kind of governed or managed mutually with mainland China. So I don't know. I just don't know what that's going to be like until all the policies are fully rolled out. Could be like super cool, or it could be frustrating to be a foreigner and not be able to participate in it. But it sounds like they're trying to make it incentives for foreign workers, and especially ones that are highly educated, and that can bring a lot of positive things to the area. So I think the outlook of it looks quite positive. There's Macau Tower, and we're going to be going over this bridge to Taipa in Koloan, and we're also going to go by the casinos. And so yeah, actually when it hits category 8, this bridge will be closed, which will probably be in a few hours from now, most likely. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Next time I drive across this bridge, could be like after the typhoon is finished, because I won't be able to drive it when there is a typhoon. It'll be completely closed as soon as it's category 8. Some fast people there. They're actually doing some construction up on this bridge as well, and you can see Taipa in the distance. Macau Tower again. Okay. So yeah, they're doing that. Usually to the right is usually a motorcycle lane, but there's a motorcycle in there. There's Taipa. So yeah, to the right is Hengqin Island, which is part of China, and then to the left is Taipa. Straight ahead is called Ocean Village. It's like an apartment complex, and then you can see kind of the mountains, Taipa Pequeño, Taipa Grande, those two mountains. Since everything is that used to be an island, right? So it has island features of hills and waterfront, ocean. So yeah, we're all kind of bracing for the typhoon. We'll see what happens. I don't know what to expect. I know this one is kind of slow. It looks like it'll be just lingering around in the region for a few days, and I don't like that at all, because then things stay closed for a long time. You can't cross the bridges. These bridges will be closed. I heard there's a tunnel that I've never taken, but you can take a tunnel to cross between the two. But all the buses will stop. So I think the buses are running right now, and people are probably trying to get to wherever they're trying to go. I went to some of the stores. A lot of stuff, fruits and vegetables, stuff like that, meats, all those kind of fresh goods are sold. There's lots of processed goods still sitting around as of last night. That could all be different now. So we'll see what that looks like later. And so yeah, we're just to kind of give you a reference. Now we're in Taipa, and Taipa will lead into Kotai, which is where the casinos are at. So I'm going to go by that as well. Right there, straight ahead, is currently it's the last station that will soon be built to Barra on the other side that we saw earlier. But that will connect to this station right here for the Macau Light Rail Transit Line. It's like kind of a monorail looking line. Okay, let's see, we're getting in the middle lane here. People on the right are gonna get in a right turn lane. I mean, there's an option, right? There's like both sides. That way over there goes into Taipa proper, like the centro, which is the like the downtown Taipa area. So that's where the walkable, all the businesses and tall buildings are at, like straight down that way. Right here is Macau Roosevelt Hotel, and right next to it is a Macau Jockey Club. It's right at the back side of it. All those tall buildings are Hengqin. That's going to be like Shanghai has an area called Pudong, which is a financial district. And if you see pictures of that in the 1980s, especially 1970s, there's like nothing there, right? And then all of a sudden now it's like, it's the skyline of Shanghai. So, and actually that skyline right there, that's going to be Hengqin. That is Hengqin. And it's going to be kind of the Pudong equivalent, kind of a financial district for this region. And it's going to be, the markets that are going to be set up mostly for the Latino world. The China meets the Latin-speaking countries world, which is predominantly Portuguese for Macau, for this region, and Spanish. So it'll be the African countries that are Portuguese-speaking, Brazil, all the Spanish ones, like Spanish-speaking, like Mexico, Argentina, Colombia, Venezuela, all of those, and then also Spain and Portugal and Europe, of course, and then there's quite a few Portuguese-speaking countries in Africa as well. So I think Angola and Mozambique are the two biggest ones, and I think they kind of see a lot of the future with China and Africa being closer ties. So I think they're trying to build that with the Portuguese-ness of Macau. Okay, right there is a sports center. Right there, there's a big, it's like Olympic-sized swimming pool. This right here is all this construction. They're building all this infrastructure, more infrastructure for the roads to move traffic along a little bit more smoothly. And then you got Galaxy Casino right there. And now we're going to be driving along the casino strip area. And yeah, there's a lot of construction here that wasn't here before. It's all this. Camera died. Battery too hot. Okay, yeah, the battery's a little too hot. I'll end this video in a moment, but we're going by Galaxy Casino. We've been going by it for a while. We went through a couple bus stops, and there's all these people. There's a really long one that we just went by as well. I think they're all trying to get on their buses before they close. I think they'll call it Category 8 maybe in a couple hours from now. So anyways, just something to kind of let you know what's going on. So yeah, Galaxy kind of spreads out for a while, and there's a Broadway Casino to the right over here. And yeah, still this construction here. Actually, this is going to be nasty. So when those winds come in, all this stuff will get picked up. All these orange and white things will just be moved all over the place. And they're doing so much construction in this area. This could be not a good sight if we get a direct hit. This could be really, if I drive through here later, I bet this stuff will be all over the place. Oh man, that's going to be a nightmare. So yeah, looks like they're building lots of construction here too. And we're just going to keep on cruising through. That over there is a golf course, or ecological park, and then a golf course is adjacent to it. And so anyways, we're just passed through the casino area, and we're and that bridge right there goes to China. That one that's over top, it goes to Zhuhai, Hengqin. So people are starting to use that now. And I guess I should end this. So anyways, we're bracing for the typhoon, and it will probably come out. Looks like we're getting a little bit of rain now. And we'll come out after the typhoon, do a little quick drive, and just kind of see what we can see. And I'll tell you all about that too. We'll see what happens. I don't know what to expect. So anyways, Typhoon Saola coming up to Macau. So everybody stay safe. And we'll do some post videos later if there's much of anything. All right. Hey, checking out Macau 2023. Check out some more streets. Yeah.